of you know which man said, the most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." Well, that wise man was our 40th president, Ronald Wilson Reagan. Reagan came into presidency in a situation much like today's, but with every obstacle he faced, he overcame them all. Ronald Reagan was the greatest president. Ronald Reagan was the greatest president because Ronald Reagan cared about Americans, Ronald Reagan restored the economy, and Ronald Reagan ended communism. Ronald Reagan was the greatest president for 3 reasons. First, I will tell you about his love for this country and our people. Ronald Reagan cared about Americans. Rick Perlstein, famous author, says that Obama and Reagan faced similar presidential issues. When Reagan came into office in 1980, the unemployment rate had climbed to 7.4% and was expected to go to 10%. Also, Democrats had a 269 to 166 seat advantage in the House. Dr. Ken Ditchwell, famous author and public speaker, actually got to meet the former president firsthand. When he asked the former president what he thinks is so special about our country, Reagan replied that in nearly all nations of the world, each of their constitutions tell their people what they can do. In ours, the people tell the government what it can do. Next, I will show you how Reagan took this love and helped our country economically. Reagan restored the economy. Rick Perlstein says that how Obama and Reagan handle economic issues is very different. When the economy was not bouncing back like planned, Reagan would never change the course. He acted like a teacher and taught Americans that his plan was going to work. In Ronald Reagan's biography on the official White House website, it praises him for completing his campaign goals and for leaving the country better than he found it. Overall, the Reagan years saw a restoration of prosperity. Also during the economic downturn, Reagan had zero tolerance for communism, and so he did everything he could to put an end to the Soviets, which is why Ronald Reagan ended communism. Dr. Ariel Gohan, who has his doctorate in Soviet Union studies, says that Ronald Reagan won the Cold War, which can be compared to World War III. He did this by smooth-talking Soviet officials and making friends with captive nations. Also, Dr. Gohan says that because of Ronald Reagan ending the Cold War, his legacy lives on today. Ronald Reagan brought this country back to its feet after falling down for so long. Now, none of us were alive during Ronald Reagan's presidency, which is truly sad, because we never got to see the president, how great of a man he truly was. So that is why I ask you in joining in honoring with me Ronald Reagan for how great of a president he was. Ronald Reagan was the greatest president. Ronald Reagan was the greatest president because Ronald Reagan cared about Americans, Ronald Reagan restored the economy, and Ronald Reagan ended communism. Thank you.